Hello Gemini, this is a tarot reading, a timeless tarot reading for you. Date of recording is the 22nd of January 23. This reading could resonate with you at this day or in a few weeks, months, or even years. Before I get into the reading, I want you to know that I am very hungry and you might hear my stomach yelling around in between, and also you might be able to hear my neighbor's washing machine, and also I am cooking my food. I'm sitting in the kitchen, so you might also hear that in the background. Sorry for that. So now, another thing before I get into the reading, you should be warned. Seriously. No, I'm just kidding. These cards are so damn positive. You should really be careful that the other zodiac signs are not getting envious of you. It's a very dangerous thing. I have done some tarot readings already today and they weren't as smooth as yours. They all had their positive aspects, but they also had a lot of heavy energy in it, and yours doesn't. And not in a naive or, in a way where there is no deeper or more profound foundation to this happiness. Some people live in a superficial state of happiness, and as soon as a small thing happens, they immediately fall apart. But it's nothing like that. It's quite sincere, actually. By the way, I'm using my own tarot cards. The first one is Win, then comes Relief, Blessing, White Magic, Asleep, Male, Air, Birth, Day, bottom of the deck, Soul. I feel as if something very burdening is very soon being taken off your shoulders. Is that right? Being taken off your... Sorry, I'm so hungry and I'm German. So I think my brain is having some troubles translating everything because, yeah, my stomach is really empty at this moment. Yeah, it's just a huge relief that's coming. It's not only a relief in that way that a burden is being taken away from you, like all at once, but there's also a win, a victory. And it appears to me it's not a small victory, it's something really huge. It feels very effortless and unexpected. It will just suddenly be like that. And sometimes, we think we have a lot of problems in different areas, but as we become more psychic or spiritually aware, no, I don't mean that kind of spirituality that you think you have when you read spiritual books. I mean that type of spirituality that really comes from an inner knowing and not from reading something. So as we become spiritually more aware, often we realize that what we thought were different problems in different areas actually are caused by one and the same energetic knot in our system. Sometimes we have people around us who cause us to have that knot. I don't want to promote some reasonless and unjustified blame shifting. But sometimes it's okay to see that not everything is our fault, and sometimes we are just surrounded by the wrong people, and we take on their energies and we start to live out what they project onto us. Like some people wish us harm and we are not mentally aware of it, but our energy system starts to adapt to this ill wishing. And then we start to experience certain things in our life that we don't deserve. And in this reading, I feel as if you have already actually reached a state where you had those understandings, where you have been through certain life lessons that made you realize who is good for you, who's not good for you, who's, who is having bad intentions towards you. And maybe you have struggled still with letting these people go, and maybe you experienced some losses recently. And you thought like, okay, this case is closed, it's completely over, it's lost, it's done, but suddenly you will experience a win. That's what the whole reading is starting with. And actually the whole reading is not giving me a lot of background story. It's just suddenly so positive, everything. This win and this relief. And after that, after you shook off this burden, or after it just smoothly got taken away from you all at once, you will be able to receive some blessings. You will be able to heal deeply spiritually, not only mentally by going to therapy or something, or by telling yourself some nice things, or those positive affirmations, all that stuff. No, nothing like that. It will be very profound and deep. Then the card asleep can sometimes come up as something negative, not wanting to be aware of something. Asleep also, equals unaware in some cases, but in this case, I think it's just resting. Maybe you weren't able to rest before you were under so much pressure. Sorry, I have to suppress my sneezing. Oh, my body is struggling right now. I want to sneeze, I want to eat. Sorry. That we just can never rest, because we are constantly worried about whatever it was. But after this relief and after this win and after the healing, you might finally be able to have a proper sleep, or to just lay down, or to just, I don't know, sometimes we try to relax, but we can't. Then we think my God, my life is so heavy at this time. Maybe I should treat myself a little bit, have a nice bath. I don't know, watch a nice movie, read a nice book, just be kind to myself. But it doesn't work, because then we're sitting in the bathtub just worrying all the time, Some people just can't relax. And I think you will be able to relax after this. Whatever it is that you're winning, whatever it is that helps you to release this burdening stuff, I don't see that in clear details, but afterwards you will find a calm sleep. Even though I have to say that I feel as if there is still something that you will have to work on in the future. It's just a tiny thing. It's not a huge problem. It's just a small thing that you will get a long period of rest. That's what I'm seeing. And maybe in some weeks or months, you will deal with another topic that is bothering you inwardly. But until then, I think life will be kind to you. That's what it looks like. So now I'm trying to figure out this male card. in this whole constellation, so the first row was very easy for me to read through that, but with the second one I'm still struggling a bit, to be honest. Oh my God, this is so positive. It's unbelievable. The male card. Oh, I think this male card, whether you're a man or a woman, you might just be integrating your masculinity a little bit more, and you might become quite calm and rational, a little bit more detached from your emotions. As I said, it doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman. Men can also be very emotional. And there are women who are not very emotional, but you will distance yourself from your emotions. That sounds so toxic, but I don't mean it in that way. I mean it in a healthy way. And you might become a little bit more rational. I already said that. A little bit more focused, physically active. I don't know why, but there's something about cars coming up here. I don't want to sound sexist, like because it's a male card, there's something with cars. That's not what I mean. It's just coming out of nowhere. Maybe you might improve in something that is associated with masculinity in a very old and archaic kind of thinking. You know, like there's this saying that men are better at mathematics than women, which is often also not true. I also know a lot of men who don't like maths and who are good at art and languages. You know, this whole cliche stuff. So maybe the card just represents that, because I feel somehow there is something about geometry, about car, maybe car design, engineering. Maybe you are working in that field. Or maybe this is something that just doesn't make sense to you, but you will gather a kind of understanding. That's what I said earlier already, that you will somehow learn something new that you never thought you would learn ever in your life, because you thought you didn't have this natural talent, but I think you might discover that. The air card. Oh yeah, it's just, I'm trying to not look at the picture because it's confusing me. I feel as if I should really only focus on the word air, and that's actually just confirmation of what I was describing earlier, because you will be quite clear in your mental space, quite unbothered and focused. Yeah, it's very strongly about that. Then there's a rebirth of you. I'm not saying like you're becoming a completely new person, but there's actually it's not a rebirth, it's a birth of this new talent. That's what I see. And I'm getting a second thing also. There could be a new pet entering your life, or a baby. You could become a mother or father, or what I'm strongly feeling is that maybe you will become a grandparent. There's just a new family member. It doesn't matter if it's an animal or a human, something new is coming to your family during this time when you yourself also experience an energetic birth within you, where just a new aspect of yourself is born and integrated into the aspects of yourself that are already there and fully developed. The day card is just representing to me like it's just completing the whole reading. It's just positive, bright, it's warm, it's lively, it's fertile. The soul card, just you might become more spiritual, more spiritually aware. You might feel very light, joyous. Water, right path, disillusionment, and then we also have the female card. Too many cards probably already, and yes, I mean those are also such positive cards. I just see the right path could relate to whatever new talent it is, or if it's, yeah, just an interest, widening your horizon. And that's the right path, probably to give more attention. Maybe in the beginning when this new interest or talent is coming up, maybe you will just think like, okay, it's interesting, but you know, I don't want to focus on it too much, but probably it's the right path to follow this new interest. The female card then is complementing the male card. I mean, we don't want to have our focus too strongly on only one of our aspects, so the male and female card should be balanced. And yes, it's just the confirmation. I will just end this reading here. It was really very positive. I'm really surprised after all those heavier readings that I had today. I hope it resonates and makes sense to someone. Thank you for watching.